Welcome to The Hidden Scrolls, where we focus on history, folklore, and mythology. Fast as the wind, clever as a fox, and full of surprises. In the world of ancient Greece, one god stood out as the ultimate multitasker. He was the messenger, the thief, the guide to the dead, and the inventor of music. This is the story of Hermes, the trickster god who ran between worlds. Let's dive into the myth, the history, and the legacy of one of mythology's most fascinating figures. Hermes was born to Zeus, king of the gods, and Maia, a shy and quiet nymph, daughter of Atlas. His birthplace? A hidden cave on Mount Cyllene, deep in Arcadia. From the very moment of his birth, Hermes was no ordinary child. On the very same day he was born, he crawled out of his cradle, invented the lyre from a tortoise shell, and then stole Apollo's sacred cattle for fun. Yes, on day one. He cleverly disguised his tracks by making the cows walk backward, and when Apollo confronted him, Hermes played dumb. Eventually, to make peace, he offered Apollo the lyre, and so began their unusual friendship. This story already tells us a lot. Hermes was a trickster, but also an innovator, clever, fast, and always one step ahead. Hermes quickly earned his place on Mount Olympus, not by brute strength, but by wit and usefulness. He became the herald of the gods, trusted by Zeus to deliver divine messages. His winged sandals, called talaria, and his winged helmet let him zip through the skies. No god moved faster, but Hermes had more jobs than any god could keep track of. He was the god of travelers, watching over those on the road, the god of commerce and trade, especially for merchants and negotiators, the god of thieves and trickery, which he embodied proudly, and perhaps most profoundly, the psychopomp, the one who guided souls of the dead to the underworld. Imagine that, a god who could travel freely between Olympus, Earth, and the underworld. Very few could do that. Hermes was a cosmic bridge between life, death, and the divine. Hermes is often depicted with distinctive symbols: the caduceus, a winged staff with two entwined snakes. It's often confused with the rod of Asclepius, symbol of medicine. But Hermes' staff symbolizes commerce, negotiation, and peace. The Patassos, a wide-brimmed hat, often winged in art, and of course the winged sandals representing his speed. Artists from ancient pottery to Renaissance paintings have captured Hermes mid-stride, always in motion, always with a knowing smile. Hermes shows up across Greek myths, always helping, guiding, or stirring things up. In the tale of Perseus, Hermes gives the hero a special sword and helps him find the Gorgon Medusa. In the Odyssey, Hermes gives Odysseus the magical herb moly to protect him from Circe's magic. And in the myth of Io, Hermes slays the hundred-eyed giant Argus Panoptes on Zeus's orders, using music to lull him to sleep. Each time Hermes plays the role of the intermediary, the go-between, never the center of the drama, but always the one who gets things moving. When the Romans adopted Greek mythology, Hermes became Mercury, still the god of speed, messages, and trade. But Hermes' influence didn't stop with myth. In Hermeticism, a later esoteric tradition, he was merged with the Egyptian god Thoth to become Hermes Trismegistus, a legendary philosopher and alchemist whose writings shaped centuries of mystical and scientific thought. And in modern pop culture, he's everywhere, from books and comics to video games and films. Hermes remains agile, witty, and elusive, forever running between worlds. Whether as a messenger, a guide, or a mischief maker, Hermes shows us that speed and smarts can be just as powerful as brute force. He's the god who never stays still, and maybe that's why we're still chasing his story today. If you enjoyed this dive into mythology, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more legendary stories from ancient worlds. See you in the next one.